starting a day off in the greenhouse again. We do a little bit of planting a couple times a week for microgreens, and we also spend quite a bit of time in here for the hydroponics and seedlings. And you probably see the seedlings back here in the back. Not sure if that lined up correctly, but seedlings in the back, those are all starts. About half of those will go in the ground by the end of the week and be off and running. We're supposed to get some rain this weekend, which will help get them seeded and get them going. Something else I wanted to share with you was we had a little bit of a catastrophe on the hydroponic table. 5.5 inches of rain in about 6 hours 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the cistern that holds the water for the table was only about 1/4 full. So it had about 35 to 40 gallons in it, which is plenty to run the table. However, you can see around the edge of the cistern here, there is kind of a hole that it sits down into, and that is usually packed with dirt. And what it ends up happening is water from the ground, from the water table, floods into the hole, and if the cistern is not heavy enough to withstand it, that water will float the cistern right up out of the ground. And I didn't get a picture of it this time, or a video clip of it this time, but I do have one from another time that it happened, and we made some adjustments, and it's only happened one other time since then. It's been quite a while back, so I'll overlay that picture somewhere in the screen, probably up here. But you can see from that overlay how it ejects right up out of the ground, and our catch basin over here gets torqued pretty bad. The pipe gets bent over. Everything's a mess. So what we did yesterday was empty the cistern, pull the whole thing up out of the ground, and then all of the mud that had slid underneath it when it flooded had to be dug out, and we got all that out of the way. And then we were able to reseat the cistern, reconnect it to the barrel, and then we had some other minor repairs on the trough system that needed to be done where things had just worn out over time or had gone bad. So we took the opportunity while the table was shut down to get all of that done. And so I should have probably videoed a bunch of that and added it in here, but it was kind of tight quarters, it was very muddy, and honestly the video was the last thing on my mind when I started the job. I need to get better about that so that you guys can see what's going on the farm day to day. But the cistern is fixed, it's back in place, our catch sieve is in place, and our drainage system is no longer leaking in 3 different places. So all of that's good. And we can take a walk down here. You can see the table itself is looking gorgeous. All of this lettuce that you're looking at now will be ready in the next week. Some will be available at the farmers market this weekend in New Bern, and the rest of it will come available either via our online store or at the farmers markets in the next 2 weeks. And then as we work through this available lettuce here, we'll go back to the other end of the table and start there and work our way back. As you can see here, we'll spin you around. This is just some of the starts that we have going in the ground this week. There is cabbage, broccoli, kale, bok choy, fennel, all kinds of stuff in here. We've got tomatoes started. Our fig tree stobs are starting to root out. We'll get those potted up in the next 2 weeks and have those for sale at the market. But that's just a quick look at what's going on at the farm this morning. Other than that, we'll be doing some seeding and transplanting into the ground, and we'll see you tomorrow.